Governor Newsom has made it clear he doesn't think California should produce oil. But what would it do to small towns in the Central Valley? In this Eyewitness News special report, Jeff Platt investigates the future of California oil towns without oil.
To look at the future, we first need to look at the past. So we start here in Taft, a town so built upon oil, they built monuments honoring the industry. Oil rigs surround Taft. The black gold they pump to the surface is a fitting symbol of what the natural resource means to this town.
It's our heartbeat. You're 100% correct.
Oil is so entwined in Taft's DNA, they have a museum dedicated to it.
Taft has always been an oil town.
There, Dennis McCall can tell you how the history of oil is the history of his town.
It was founded because of the oil that was here. And Taft is still very dependent on oil.
But it isn't just the museum. At Taft High School, they have an oil academy.
Here you see that we have an oil that's heavier.
A 3-year program where they train teenagers for careers in the oil and gas industry.
We take them all the way from exploration, drilling, to production, transportation, refining.
For now, those jobs are plentiful here in Taft. Oil is the economic soul of the city. Roughly 2 of every 3 jobs here are linked to oil. That's why the governor's vow to end oil and gas extraction in California has many in Taft concerned about their future.
I just have a hard time envisioning what Taft is going to be like 20, 25 years down the road once they phase out, oil production.
To find out what Taft may look like without oil, we went to another California town that lost its major industry. We drove 170 miles away from Taft to the exact center of California. Welcome to North Fork. This town of 3,000 has sawdust in its veins. For more than 100 years, the logging and lumber industries fueled North Fork. Old-timers will tell you the tiny town was booming.
Where are people going to park? We need to develop off-site parking. That was the big concern with the Chamber of Commerce.
And you could drive by the mill compound over there and you could see the log deck, which logs all piled up, ready to go. You could see smoke coming out of the sawdust burner.
And that mill wasn't just a North Fork attraction. It was the heart of the town. That's why when that mill closed, things in North Fork got bad quickly.
When you got 3,000 people and you lose 300 jobs, 10% of the people, jobs, what are you going to do? The center part there was a gas station and a garage and tire shop.
Madera County Supervisor Tom Wheeler grew up in North Fork. He says the layoffs at the mill put his town in a downward spiral.
And so as the domino effect, the 300 jobs at the mill probably cost another 500 jobs.
Pretty soon, about a third of North Fork was unemployed. And as the jobs went away, so did the businesses.
We had 2 cafes, we lost them, we lost our laundromat, we lost our doctor's office.
We lost that, we lost a furniture store, we lost 2 grocery stores, 2 gas stations.
So there was several layers of services that vaporized.
Everything gone in a flash. The logging, the lumber, the mill, the town, all gone. It probably hurts to say because this is your home.
Yeah.
But this place died.
It did. It flat died. And when you stop down a major business, you really hurt that community.
20-foot pine trees now stand where the old sawmill once was. And even though those trees have grown, this town hasn't. Just like this beaten down sawmill, North Fork is just a ruin of what it once was. Down the street from the demolished mill, North Fork's main stretch is still a ghost town. Many stores are either boarded up or empty. Over the years, only a few local businesses have managed to stay open. One of them being North Fork Hardware, a store Bob McKee's family has owned for 45 years.
I would have gone out of business a long time ago.
McKee is scraping by. His hardware store is now also an electronics repair shop, a clothing store, and an antique shop. Anything to bring in business.
lot of businesses have been hanging on by their fingernails for years.
McKee says the town has tried to recover from losing the mill, but without another major employer, nothing can thrive here.
For over 30 years, I've seen a lot of dreamers want to start up a little business and get it going, and then it just can't survive.
Another local shop still open is the Box Feed. The store, once dedicated to large animal feed, now sells t-shirts, postcards, knickknacks, and dog food. Again, anything to survive. Owner Claudia Box tells me despite North Fork's scenic beauty, the economy in this town remains as rusted as the abandoned mill equipment.
A wonderful place to live. Unfortunately, it's not a place to make a living.
That belief is widespread through this small town. Many commute for work. College freshman Mason Huff says his entire family commutes.
I go Fresno back every Monday and Wednesday. My dad goes San Jose and back every week. San Jose, Hollister, Palo Alto, everywhere he can get a workout there. My mom goes Fresno and back as well every day.
For now, Mason works part-time at the feed store, but he knows there's no future in North Fork, not for him.
I don't see the possibility of raising a family here. No, you have to leave. You have to leave to get work you want, because there's no money up here.
So in 25 years after losing the mill, North Fork lost their jobs, their shops, and now their youth. A logging town with no logging. A glimpse into the future of oil towns without oil.
Those communities are going to die. I guarantee you. They're going to be just like us.
Back in Taft, many believe Wheeler is right, that with no oil, Taft has no future.
Quite frankly, it would be tantamount to a volcano erupting in the middle of the city of Taft.
Asking me what the oil industry is going to do to Taft would be like asking me what I would do if my heart stopped beating.
The thought of that going away and as a result of the ripple effect is terrifying.
As goes oil, goes Taft.
The city of Taft could very well be gone. It could be a memory.
To avoid fading into history, the government says Taft needs to diversify their economy. Get a new pillar to hold the town up. And while that may be true, Mayor David Noor tells me it's just not a realistic option.
We cannot make that change happen. We have been trying to diversify our economy for 20, 30, 40 years. But to think you can snap your fingers and change those things as quickly as the governor can snap his fingers and eliminate possibilities is a fantasy.
With no success in diversifying their economy, many in Taft believe that if the government shuts down this rig, just like they shut down the sawmill, this town is as doomed as North Fork. So the question we should all be asking ourselves now is, will the ripple effect of this rig shutting down not only take out Taft, but be the downfall of Bakersfield, Kern County, and possibly even beyond? In Taft, Jeff Platt, Eyewitness News.